Artificial intelligence is a buzzword added to the most useful and ridiculous items in the technology. 2022 marked the release of a few tools that will truly change the way some of the industries operate, including the creator economy. AI tools like Dall E, ChatGPT, and MidJourney that will turn the creators into curators of content. Dall E and MidJourney are the image processing tools that use a text prompt that you input to create a new image. Ever wondered what a crossbreed between the horse and the bee would look like? Or what would be the poster for the movie about the nuns fighting off the dolphin invasion? These two tools got you. ChatGPT is a text-based tool. You could ask it to do tasks like creating a book report on a particular topic, or even spit out 10 different ideas for the YouTube video. It will take all that text and summarize it into the digestible few paragraphs. All three of these tools are based on true AI technology that learns continuously through all these prompts that the users input. And it's amazing. I had a chance to use MidJourney quite a lot. I used it in some of these thumbnails already. I played around a lot with it, but not everyone is as excited about these tools entering the creator economy. The two primary concerns are the copyright issues and the impact on the jobs. Starting with the copyright issues, the way Dall E and MidJourney work is that they scan millions of different images across the internet. And when you put in the prompt to combine the horse with the bee, it actually goes and pulls up all the images of horses, all the known images of the bees, and it tries to figure out the best way to combine them. I'll link a great video down below that explains this technology in depth. And you can imagine that some of those images that Dall E and MidJourney scanned actually belong to artists who worked their heart out, and these tools just take them in and convert them into the new piece of art. There's even an interesting bug with these tools where in the bottom right corner you would see some sort of squiggles or some distortion on the image, which is actually the place where the artist would put their signature. So clearly it's a complex topic. Clearly we don't have a precedent for it, and one would argue that the fair use applies here. But what about the rights of all of those artists who invested their work and who did not officially license their content for these tools? As for the concern about the jobs, I mean, you probably already guessed it. These tools can work 24/7, 365, and each image costs cents to produce compared to the amount of money the freelancer would charge you. You can already see some of the magazines starting to test creation of the covers, an engineer creating graphic book over the weekend using these tools, and there'll be more and more use cases like this. Clearly, artists' concerns are valid. It's hard to tell someone that, hey, don't worry about the fact that your job is slowly disappearing when this machine enters the space. But I think that also might be the matter of perspective. When Photoshop entered the scene, people had very similar sounding concerns, but when you fast forward it back to today, Photoshop, Canva, Lightroom, all of these other similar tools are equally accepted in the society, and digital artists are pretty much a majority, with a minority of people still creating something with their hands. It doesn't make one less valuable than the other, but it merely points out to the fact that the Photoshops, the Lightrooms, the paintbrushes, the pencils are the tools. And so are MidJourney and Dall E. They're a little bit more sophisticated, they have a couple of bells and whistles, but ultimately they're just a tool. Yes, I can create a unique prompt with a funny image, but this doesn't match the creativity of someone who uses MidJourney to create a series of panels to depict an imaginary fake plague in Soviet Union or a bunch of grandmas going out of control. This is the level of creativity true artists bring into the world when they start using these tools. The copyright issue is a big one. I do think that it's important for us to debate and think about better ways to reward some of the artists whose images are used in these tools, but at the same time, fair use policy is very important, even for the creators like myself who reuses other people's art in my videos. I want to have that liberty. I want others to have the liberty to reuse my art to create something new and exciting. That's how all of it works. That's how every artist learns, by replicating someone else's art and slowly developing something of their own. And I can see that in the next 3 to 5 years, we will have the audio version of similar tools, and we would have even the video version of the same tools. And someone like myself could create 75% of the assets and the production that I need for the next video through the 2-3 hours worth of entering prompts. These are the tools. These are the amazing tools. I think of them as, imagine for someone like me, whose skills stopped at drawing stick figures. To me, Dall E or MidJourney is like to someone who could never speak, who now has a tool in their throat that allows them to make the sounds and replicates their vocal cords, and they can now finally express their thoughts. This is how I see MidJourney, and there are millions of people out there like myself who now can express ourselves in the form of these art pieces. And for anyone who is a true art professional who makes a living out of it, now this is a tool for you to take already high enough position above someone like myself, the mere mortal of the art world, and take it to a whole new plane, create better, create more unique kind of content. Why would you push against that? There's one thing I learned in life. You should never push against the progress. In the best case scenario, it'll just push you aside. In the worst case, it will leave you in the dust. That is why once in a while, when a technology like this comes around, it's always worth experimenting with it. It's always worth learning it, because you never know how far it will advance your industry, and you never want to be the one behind it. You always want to be the one on top of that wave. And I know it's a bold prediction, but I'd rather be wrong in those situations than be sorry. So if you're curious to learn more about other similar unique tools or trends in technology that affect the creator economy, why don't you check out this video that I made about the metaverse, another buzzword that I tried to bring down on a more reasonable level. I'll see you next Saturday. Peace!